Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Tina Naura binti Muhammad Azmi. My metric number is 01DKA22F1096. Today I want to present about differentiation. This topic explains more about the technique of differentiation. It covers the basic rule of differentiation, derivative of trigonometric, logarithmic exponential function, second order differentiation, parametric equation, implicit differentiation, partial differentiation, and technique of total differentiation. It also explains application of differentiation in calculating the rate of change in addition to solve maximum and minimum problem. Differentiation is used widely in solving problems, especially in engineering, medical, commerce, agriculture, and many other fields. If a person is running up a hill, his vertical height will change with respect to his horizontal height. The rate of change of vertical height with respect to this horizontal height is called its gradient. Gradient equals change of vertical height over change of horizontal height. Generally, to find the differentiation of y with respect to x, just write the symbol dy over dx represent it. If y is a function of x, then y equal f bracket x. The differentiation of y with respect to x dy over dx can be written as f prime bracket x. Therefore, dy over dx equal f prime bracket x.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Siti Nur Atika and my matrix number is 01DKA22F1085. Today I will explain about application of differentiation in real life. There were many real life applications of differential, and one of them is used in Newton's law of cooling. So friends, this law states that the loss of heat from a body is directly proportional. So you have temperature of the body that is changing with respect to time. That means we can use differential equations to describe this law. On solving this differential equation, we will get a relation between the temperature of the object, temperature of the surrounding, and time. So friends, you can find the temperature of the object at any given point of time. Now, this law is being used widely in the packaging industry. Temperature of an ice cream when taken out of a freezer, supposing is negative 20 degrees Celsius, and the outside temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Now, after 1 minute, it's been noted that the temperature of the ice cream has increased to negative 10 degrees Celsius. You need to find out what is temperature of the ice cream after 5 minutes. Surely it has increased, but you can find out by how much Newton's law of cooling. By doing these calculations, you will come to know that the ice cream temperature after 5 minutes is 15.61 degrees Celsius.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. I am Nur Fadila Zen and matrix number 01DKA22F1077. Today I would like to discuss about problem solving that involves differentiation. For the first problem, we have the equation y equals to 3x cubed minus 8x squared plus 5. So let's see the first question. The first question is use differentiation to find expression for dy dx. So the function we have is just a normal function, so we can use the power rule to differentiate the equation. Okay, dy dx equals to power we bring to the front 3 plus 3x power minus 1 3 minus 1 minus power we bring to the front 2 times 8x power minus 1 2 minus 1, and dy dx will be 9x squared minus 16x. Let's move on to the second question. The second question is to find the coordinates of any stationary points on the curve. So we need to factorize the dy dx. So we get x brackets 9x minus 16. Okay, then we know that for stationary point dy dx equals to 0. So we substitute x equal to 0 into y equals to 3x cubed minus 8x squared plus 5. So we get y equals to 5. Then, when 9x minus 16 equals to 0, x equals to 16 over 9. We substitute into the first equation, y equals to 3 times 16 over 9 cubed minus 8 times 16 over 9 square plus 5. Then we get negative 3.42798. So, the third question is how many stationary points does the graph have? We have 2 points, is 0, 5 and 1.778 and negative 3.428. Next, let's go to question 4. Question 4 wants us to find the x-intercept and y-intercept. Okay. First, let's find the y-intercept. Okay, so when the y-intercept, when x equals to 0, y equals to 5, where do we get y equal to 5? We substitute 0 into the first equation, the equation of y equals to 3x cubed minus 8x squared plus 5. So we get y equal to 5. Next, let's find the x-intercept. The x-intercept have a special condition where we will get 3 different values of x. First, we see the equation and we need to factorize the equation. So we will get brackets x minus 1 close brackets 3x cubed brackets 3x squared minus 5x minus 5 close brackets equals to 0. So for the first x value, we take x minus 1 equals to 0, x equals to 1. And for the next x value, we take 3x squared minus 5x minus 5 equal to 0. We put it into the quadratic formula, which is x equals to negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So we just substitute the ABC value into the formula. Then we will get x equals to 5 plus square root 85 over 6, or x equals to 5 minus square root 85 over 6. So we have 3 values of x right now. x1 we get 1, x2 equals to 2.3699 and x3 equals to
Negative 0.703.
Okay, now let's take a look to the question number 5. Question number 5 needs us to determine the nature of any stationary point in question number 2. Okay, so to determine the nature of any stationary point in question number 2, first we need to use the dy dx to find the second degree of differentiation. So we will get the second degree of differentiation is 18x minus 16. So we substitute the value x equals to 0 into the second degree differentiation. So when x is equal to 0, 18 times 0 minus 16, so equals to negative 16. So next we substitute x equals to 1.778 into the second degree of differentiation. So 18 times 1.778 minus 16, we will get 15.965. So we know that 0.05 is maximum point and 1.778 negative 3.428 is a minimum point. We need to sketch the graph of the curve. We plot 0.05 and 1.778 negative 3.428 into a graph. We sketch the curve and then we finish our question.
I think that's all from me. Thank you for listening.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Ridwana binti Osman and my registration number is 01DKA22F1090. I will answer question G. The equation is y equals to 4x cubed minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 1. Question number 1. Use differentiation to find expression for dy over dx. dy over dx equals to 3 times 4 x 3 minus 1 minus 2 times 2 x 2 minus 1 minus 5 equals to 12x squared minus 4x minus 5 equals to bracket 6x minus 5 bracket 2x plus 1. Question number 2. Find the coordinates of any stationary points on the curve. When dy over dx equals to 0, equation number 1, 6x minus 5 equals to 0. X equals to 5 over 6. Equation number 2, 2x plus 1 equals to 0. X equals to negative 1 over 2. To find the stationary point, when x equals to 5 over 6, y equals to 4 times 5 over 6 power of 3 minus 2 times 5 over 6 power of 2 minus 5 times 5 over 6 and plus 1 equals to 125 over 54 minus 25 over 18 minus 25 over 6 plus 1 is equals to negative 21 over 54. Then when x equals to negative 1 over 2, y is equals to 4 times negative 1 over 2 power of 3 minus 2 times negative 1 over 2 power of 2 minus 5 times negative 1 over 2 and plus 1. It is equals to negative 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 plus 5 over 2 plus 1. The final answer is 5 over 2. So the stationary points is equals to 5 over 6, negative 121 over 54, and the second one is negative 1 over 2 and 5 over 2. For the question number 3, how many stationary points does the graph have? The graph have 2 stationary points. Question number 4. Determine x-intercept and y-intercept point. X-intercept, y is equals to 0. 0 equals to 4x cubed minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 1 equals to x plus 1 bracket 4x squared minus 6x plus 1. We use all the information into the quadratic formula. X equals to negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. After we use the information, the equations become x equals to negative 6 plus minus square root negative 6 square minus 4 times 4 times 1 over 2 times 4 equals to 6 plus minus square root 36 minus 16 over 8 equals to 6 plus square root 20 over 8 and equals to 1.31. For the minus, it is equals to 6 minus 20 square root 20 over 8 equals to 0.2. The final answer for x-intercept is x equals to -1, x equals to 1.31, and x equals to 0.2. Next, we need to find y-intercept. X equals to 0. Y equals to 4 times 0 cube minus 2 times 0 square minus 5 times 0 plus 1. It is equals to 1. Imaginary points you found in part 2. Justifying your answer. To find the nature of any stationary points, we need to use the second degree differentiation from the equation dy over dx equals to 12x squared minus 4x minus 5. To become a second degree differentiation, d square y over dx square equals to 24x minus 4. When x is equals to 5 over 6, d square y over dx square equals to 24 times 5 over 6 minus 4. It is equals to 16. When x is equals to -1 over 2, d square y over dx square equals to 24 times -1 over 2 minus 4, and it equals to -16. So the stationary point 1 is 5 over 6 and -121 over 54 is a maximum, and stationary point 2 is -1 over 2 and 5 over 2 is a minimum. The last question is sketch the graph of the curve. Here is the result of the graph, and that's all from me. Thank you.